That way we can all arrive together.
What?
What, does she have a driver? Who's swimming at me?
Play it by ear if we want to record tonight.
We're really tired, guys. And we're meeting someone, and it's a really busy night. It's Friday night in Lagos, but if we can capture media or content for you, we will.
Yes, indeed.
Wow, look at this place, babe.
Is that it?
No. Where everyone is heading. That's the cool spot. As long as we're storytelling, maybe we can get a ride into Abuja with her. Forget Green Africa.
I know.
Let's go with Sue in her private. I just like, they make direct contact with me. They smile at me and they nod.
Oh
they do
God.
the whole thing. It's like, would you please take your invisibility tape off? I need your presence to be seen.
So just came back from an interesting dinner date, or what would you say, drinks?
Apps, some tapas.
Apps.
The food was incredible, by the way.
The food and the ambiance and the lights.
So to all the YouTubers, including David Obias with Lonely Planet, and everyone else who told us about Slow, thank you.
Ooh, yeah, we kind of
incredible.
We watched the video of his showcase of Lagos, and we just went down the list and hit all those. Well, we didn't hit all the spots, but we hit some cool spots.
We've already hit like 3 of the spots on the list, and it wasn't a huge list. So we still have a few days here, so looking forward.
Yeah.
To checking out some more.
We have a few days here, and then we got a whole week in Abuja. So.
But we're going back to Slow, the place that we've just come from. Before we even left, we made a reservation for brunch on Sunday. Today was Friday night. We had tapas. It was a very grown and sexy place. We
didn't get a chance to do any content because we was hobnobbing,
we were
name dropping,
rubbing
shoulders, with the upper crust.
So I'm sure you can appreciate that we would not have been kosher to bring out equipment.
Yeah, we would have been doing a little too much, but we're gonna go back by ourselves and definitely get some content.
Right, because we want to show you how beautiful the space is and how delicious the food looks and tastes. Well, looks, because you unfortunately can't taste it just now, but hopefully you'll visit.
Yeah.
But we will say that it was definitely, you could tell, like the cool spot, the spot to be at. And literally, like, all the beautiful people were there, the Instagram people that you would want to see. I'm sure the influencers of Lagos, you know, the baddies in terms of the women that you see from Lagos, in Lagos, were at Slow.
Yeah, my 14-year-old son would have lost his mind.
Lost his mind.
Lots of young ladies.
His head would have been spinning like this.
And I could encourage him, look, this is why you want to do good in life, because you have your pick. I mean, he's already handsome and gonna be tall.
Takes after his papa.
But you know,
looks department.
Yeah, but you know, he's just gonna change the game if he gets his head right in them books.
That's right.
So anyway, to Castaigne Jones, we are in Lagos, Nigeria. Victoria Island, Lagos.
Day 3.
Day 3, and we just we on schedule somewhat. We woke up at 5. I woke up at 5. She didn't get to bed till 1. I got to bed right straight away, and at 11 o'clock. I'm kind of on schedule, but yeah, I can feel it during the day sometimes. So what did we start our day off doing? I started off with a run at like 6, between 6 and 7. Ran around this, we're in this Airbnb. It's in like a complex with a
it's a gated community.
Gated community, yeah. It's about 5, 6, 7 different buildings, and got entertainment outside, a few places to eat. Not a bad location. We're by the beach, we're by the water. So I went on a run, I came back, and then what did we do? We did yoga.
That's right.
Yeah.
We stretched.
I'm planning to do yoga with the Alkali Yogi while we're here on vacation.
And he did such a great job. Such a great job this morning, but you did a great job. We did a yin class to really just stretch and get into the joints.
Fellas, yoga ain't no joke. It's just, yeah, I'm used to pushing and pulling in the gym. So this is challenging in a whole different way. But got through it.
And he felt good afterwards.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And then, what did we do?
We showered, changed, and we woke to breakfast. We had initially planned to go to a local coffee shop that I found. It was like a chain local coffee shop. But we ended up, en route, he spotted Kayser in New York, known as Maison Kayser. And we ended up having an okay breakfast. I didn't get much out of that breakfast because there weren't many options for me.
Yeah, it was good enough. Like just something to tide you over. Now, we kind of like paused on our diet, on our detox diet, since we're coming on vacation. There's no sense in doing that on vacation. But when we get back, we're gonna be back on our detox. We're starting over back at day one.
Raw food only. Raw
food detox. But we've been eating fruit still in the mornings, and well, most of during the day. And so I really miss my fruit, but the only thing is you can't order fruit, like a bowl of fruit, inside the restaurants, because you can just buy it on the street fresh.
Yeah.
But you got to deal with the flies.
Most of the restaurants, and Ishé kind of brought this up to me and was telling me a little bit about the history, because I was saying to him, like, all of the food is cooked, and trust me when we tell you guys, it's super hot here, super hot. So you would think, and I've experienced this in the Caribbean too, where it's like super hot and all the food is very starchy. So it's potatoes, plantains that are fried, dumplings, fried fish, rice and peas, or jollof rice in this case, right? And I was like, how is it that all of these tropical countries, like, the food is so heavy, you know, it makes you bloated? Why is there not like a great deal of like raw food, fruits, veg, when it's like all in abundance? Like there are avocados all over the place, pineapples, etc., etc. You want to tell the people what you explained to me about how the diet went wrong in the tropical climates, inhabited by Black people anyways. I can't speak for all tropical climates.
Yeah, I mean, it's modern century Europeans came in with, you know, the fast, you know, prepared food, and, you know, brought different things like, a lot of starch to the table, like, you know, instead of water and fruit for breakfast, you know, they brought in the eggs and the just what we know as typical Westernized food. Yeah,
possibly.
But also, I mean, yeah, it's kind of weird because like jollof is the same as Spanish rice, like the red rice. So I don't know what came first. All the spices and stuff is from Africa. So, but anyway.
But if you know somebody out there watching.
Yeah, I can't remember the exact story, but a Nigerian guy told me that a lot of the diet that they have today in Nigeria is not the way we were eating before 19th century.
It makes sense. It really is just common sense, because the food that they're eating is not primarily what's grown here. Very bready, very starchy, all of which is dehydrating. And it's counterintuitive to your cellular molecular system, because you're already drying out under the sun. That what you need is foods that are actually moisturizing. So those would be your berries, your watermelons. Any of the melons will be hydrating. Greens, leafy greens, hydrating, right? Vegetables, hydrating, raw. Once you cook food, it begins to, most food that you cook now then does the opposite. It metabolizes as something that now is pulling moisture out of the body, whereas raw foods are putting hydration and water, HO2, back in the body. So it's counterintuitive to be eating that way, but yet everyone does it. It's really bizarre. And for us, like, I think we feel uncomfortable because we're not accustomed to it. Because we don't live in this heat, when we're here, we genuinely crave, like, it's delicious raw food. But so far, I hate to say it, they have no love for salad. No one has love for salad. If you've seen my cooking channels, if you've seen any of my social media, you know how I feel about salads.
Salads is
Ishé knows I don't
terrible.
play with the salad.
And yeah, I mean, and what I've witnessed on a lot of Nigeria travel blogs is, no matter where they come from, you know, in the West, like they can come from America or the UK or, you know, anywhere in Europe, when they come to Nigeria or Ghana, they say they eat the food and they get sick, they get the runs. Well, that's because they're not used to eating fresh food, because for the most part, like the meats, the fish, you know, that's all fresh. There's no chemicals. The yeah, spices, the veggies, everything is fresh. So like I said, we've been vegans and we've been on a fruit diet.
Right. For
like
almost a month leading up to here.
Yeah, we eat fruit for breakfast and then in the morning and probably in the afternoon, so that it keeps your stuff from being runny. So
it also keeps us light,
yeah,
less foggy,
yeah,
less bloated.
Yeah,
you know,
a lot of people just talk about getting sick and having the, you know, the green apple splatters in the toilet.
Man,
we haven't experienced that at all. So
can I just say, if you want to know how bad, I'm sorry, I have to go back to the salad thing. Look at our dinner from last night at Bogohiri. The salad was pitiful. Yeah,
everything else was good though.
Pitiful. It was like chopped cabbage.
But the salad was, yeah, it was weird. Chopped cabbage with
dressing,
iceberg lettuce and slivers of red peppers.
No red onions, no scallions, no avocado, tomato, no yellow peppers, green peppers, orange peppers, like all the things that you know grow in abundance. That would be lovely. None of that do you see. Like, it's really weird. Not on the plate, not on the menus. And so I've struggled with this even whilst traveling throughout the Caribbean. I've always found it really odd that in the places where it's the hottest, the food is the most dry and the heaviest. Because we don't even eat this way in the US. But yeah, so anyways, so I'm not sure how we got off on that tangent. I think, that is to say though, that the food that, generally speaking, though, the food has still been really, really delicious, really yummy.
And the fact that we always drink water all day long.
True. I think we're going back to Maison Kayser. Sorry, so that's where we had breakfast. We ended off there, and then we kind of went on a tangent with the food. Right, so after that, yeah, we ended up going to Nike Art Gallery.
Nike Art Gallery, that's right.
Whoa, that was the peak of our day.
Yeah.
Outside of slow.
So, did we say it was hot though? It was hot from 5 a.m. I got up, it was still dark, because, you know, still on American time. I got up at 5, decided to come downstairs. I think I went to check on I think I had something downloaded on my computer. But anyway, looked outside. It was people playing tennis.
In the dark.
5 in the morning, yeah. The lights on the tennis court, but it's dark. And I was like, man, this is, this is dedication. Like, you can't say nobody's lazy here. Everybody's up early doing stuff. Like, from the crack of dawn until now. There's people outside now. Like, there's a whole band playing, and it's what? It's midnight?
It's, hang on. It's, oh yeah, it is midnight. Wow,
yes,
it's late.
6:57 a.m. on the East Coast in the States. So, yeah, so they still out going. They going out, and we's gonna go, but we tired. We tired, but we gonna make it happen tomorrow night.
They're still acclimating. I didn't think that we would be still struggling on day 3, but our sleep has not been what it's needed to be in order to get us to do a full reset with our circadian rhythm, unfortunately. So.
Yeah. So back to Nike.
Man.
So yeah, we walked to breakfast, then we caught an Uber to Nike. It was only like 5 or 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes.
15 minutes, yeah.
And Nike Art Gallery, man, we got there and it was like all these artistic made figures and figurines and animals and sculptures made out of old metals and engine parts and you know, just old recycled electronics and machinery. They made these massive, like, so detailed artwork. And then that was just the outside. We didn't even get inside the gallery.
Which has 4 floors.
4 floors, spacious, clean, filled with paintings, and every painting is just amazing. Like there's nothing that you wouldn't like. Like if you had to shop for art, like once we move here, once we get a place here, oh, it's over. It's gonna be furnished with that art.
Yeah, I think there's, generally speaking, there's something for everyone because they have over 25,000 pieces of art featuring over 5,000 artists, including the owner of the gallery, Nike herself, who has a lot of pieces as well available for sale.
Yeah, her name is like Nike, Monica, something.
No, yeah, sorry guys, we don't, but we'll put it in the description box.
Yeah, she happened to be there.
Yes,
her and her husband. She's like, what, 70-something years old?
I saw an article dated from 2021 where she stated she was 70, so my guess is she's probably turning 71 this year.
Yeah, she's like my mom's age. My mom's.
What a lovely, she was so warm and welcoming. She hugged us and embraced us and welcomed us as though, you know, we were like the first people to ever come into her gallery. Like she was so present with us.
Yeah, and she's a heavy hitter here. Like she is a philanthropist, activist, artist, five-star hotel. So that was about what, 10 minutes from Nike, kind of like across the street.
Yeah, we got there a good 15 minutes before our appointment, guys.
Yeah, we got there
nice and
early, and we looked at, you know, starting our appointment a little early, but we found out that they don't take U.S. credit cards or debit cards at this five-star international hotel.
And this has been a reoccurring theme. I don't know how many other YouTubers have actually pointed this out. And, you know, in some ways I'm even embarrassed to say it because I have been coming to the motherland for some time now. I've been, you know, it's more than a decade I've been traveling here. So I should have known better that cash is king. Although in Kenya, M-Pesa is so big now that arguably M-Pesa is king. I don't know. But here in Nigeria, guys, cash is king, and not American cash. They want Naira.
Yeah.
They want Naira.
They have a little like, but then so we were like confused because they said, oh yeah, you can go to the ATM machine. So we went to the ATM machine, and it wouldn't let me take out. I used 2 different cards. I got 3 cards, 3 different bank cards with me. I only used 2. I was like, I'm done. I ain't gonna use another one. But when I went in to get the money out, I wanted to get like $200 worth of Naira. So it said I had to put in an amount less than 10,000 Naira, which is about $25. So basically I couldn't get out more than $25
per transaction.
But we didn't know it was per transaction. It just looked like you can't. It just sent you a message. So I'm thinking, oh,
yeah,
I can't get more than 10,000. Right. Okay, so
because nobody told us that until we went to a bank much later.
Yeah. So we're going. So yeah, we went to the ATM machine. We went to the front desk.
We went to 3 ATM machines inside the Oriental.
Yeah, she said go try the other machine. And so we tried the other machine, same error, and then the other machine was not in service. And so we went back to the what's it called, Nike?
ORIKI, I think.
ORIKI
Spa.
Yeah, so that's the spa, and they're not part of the hotel, but they're in the hotel. So anyway, we said, what can we do? You don't take credit cards, no MasterCard, no Visa, no American Express. At least in Kenya, they take Visa, but they rather have cash, but they will take Visa, and the POS machines work. But here, we couldn't do anything, and then they gave her some workaround, right?
Yeah, when we had exhausted all of the other options available to us, such as all 3 ATMs, there was nothing left to do but say, you know, we'll just cancel the appointment, unfortunately. And she said, well, I can make an exception and send you guys a special link, and if you decide that you want to go through it and you trust the link, she assured me with say, go ahead and try to process it, and if we can charge you via this link, which would in fact accept credit cards from the US, then we could proceed with our appointment. I tried 3 different credit cards. All of them declined the transaction. I can only imagine why, but I have an idea. So basically, since none of my credit cards would approve the transaction, because it probably didn't come as a trusted source as far as their checks and balances go, there was nothing left to do but try to reschedule, and then unfortunately they told us there were simply no other bookings available. So unfortunately we're going to have to do a hammam some other time and in some other place.
Yeah.
I think for me, what I really want to get across to the viewers is, come to Nigeria. Yes, it's a beautiful country. The people are wonderful. The food is delicious. Come with cash. You might as well leave your cards at home.
Yeah,
you might as well.
cash.
They're virtually useless here anyways.
Yeah.
But
Big bills. Like, that's so opposite of
bills, yeah.
going to foreign countries that don't want big bills.
Right. These guys want 20s, 50s, and 100s. Don't bother bringing a single. They'll devalue it to 50 cents. That's how little they care for it. So just come with however much you think you're going to need. The only things that we've been not having issues with truly was like the Airbnb. We pay with my credit card, that was fine. The Ubers we've been paying with our credit cards, they've been fine. Not mine, sorry, our credit cards have been fine for the Airbnbs, and the Ubers, not an issue. But and slow tonight, incidentally slow also.
Restaurant?
The restaurant, which we highly recommend and we've just come from. But you can't count on that if you're trying to enjoy yourself here, because it's hit or miss.
Yeah.
If you want to have a smooth experience, just come with whatever cash you feel like you're going to need, and maybe a little bit more for incidentals. Yeah.
So, yeah, after that, I mean, we spent like almost 2 hours there.
Yeah.
Trying to figure it out.
So our appointment was eaten up with not actually getting treatment like we would hope. Instead, it was trying to work around logistics in the heat and going up and down several floors. It was exhausting. So after that, what did we do? We came home.
Oh, we walked to the bank.
Oh, right. How could I forget? That was another ordeal.
We wanted to figure this out. And yeah, so the bank had a real, it had the actual, one of the top like banks here. So we thought maybe if we go to a bank ATM, it'd be different than the, the little portable ATMs they have in the hotels. And same thing with my card. It said you can only get 10,000, no more. Max is 10,000 Naira. And then we went into the bank, explained, we seen if they could do anything, and they told us, oh, if it says that, you have to just keep doing transactions to get the amount of money you wanted. So I wanted 100,000 Naira, which is like $200. And so I had to take out 10,000 Naira 10 times. So in this one, like in the States, if you do a transaction over and over, it's gonna think something's wrong, and it's gonna be fraud alert, it's gonna keep the card. But here, it's like, I had to 10,000, 10 times. I handed it to her, she counted, handed it to her, she counted. We did that 10 times to get the money we wanted. Mm-hmm. And then we had a walk back home to the Airbnb. We was tired. Yeah. So we wanted to just sit down, watch TV, and fall asleep. Had the AC on, and I was dozed off. And then when her friends hits her up, just got into town, like, hey, let's meet for dinner tonight. And I'm like, man.
Yeah.
Any other time, I'll be like, yeah, let's go, let's do this. But I was just like, man, I don't want to do nothing. My feet hurt from walking all day. We ran this morning, and then we did yoga, so
it was busy. But also, because our tailors hit us up and were like, oh, you missed telling us what cap you want, because the material for the cap differs than the material for the garments. So, which is, by the way, why we were trying to get that $200 today, is because the tailors also came back to us and were like, we want the money up front for you to begin. And since we only have 3 days before we leave for this wedding in Abuja, we needed them to get started stat on our traditional outfits. So we were trying to coordinate that when really all we wanted to do was just chill, stay at home, and have a quiet Friday night. I know we're in Lagos, but we're tired. We have to honor where our bodies are at this moment. But we managed to pull ourselves together. One of our connects came, got the money right as we were walking out to catch an Uber, basically to go to Slow to meet up with guests that just flew in from the States and that are going to be attending the same wedding that we came to Nigeria for, which is going to be next week in Abuja. And that's actually why we came to Nigeria. Not just because he's 48% Nigerian. That's the cherry on top.
And I didn't know that when we booked the trip.
That's true, because we booked the trip like 6 months ago.
Was it 6 months or a year?
No,
I feel like
it was
it's been a long time.
Yeah, no, yeah, it was in the fall. We booked it a long time ago.
So yeah, since that time we took a DNA test and we came out, Jamaican and Nigerian and a little bit of Kenyan, and we ain't gonna talk about the 20% of other stuff. But anyway, so we, our tailor came, the tailors came here to pick up the money, so that saved us a trip, because that was another hour Uber ride, or 45 minutes.
Each way.
Yeah, it was
an hour. Friday night, it's going to be.
Yeah, it was an hour because of traffic. So yeah, he came because he was partying in the Victoria Island, and it was easy. So we just came by, collected the money, then we got ready to go meet her friend at restaurant Slow, and we already talked about the restaurant. It was nice.
Guys, we're so sorry we couldn't capture Friday night for you, but we'll capture Sunday brunch.
It was black and sexy, but there was different. There's Indians, there's Israelis. Yeah. So it was going on. They had live music, live jazz band. Yeah, it was really cool. Played black music there, and the atmosphere, the ambiance, like that whole street that restaurant is on, is like Club Central. Yeah. Club and Restaurant Central. So all you see is G-Wagons driving past, Lexuses, all kinds of. Yeah. But see, on a normal night, I guess we would be asleep, so it wouldn't really worry about us. But we wouldn't worry about it. But
we're still
yeah. So it was good. It was good being out there, seeing everybody dressed up, seeing everybody on their way to get their party in, and it reminds me, like, every time, like, Africa just reminds me of just like being in the Caribbean. Like, that's why everybody, everybody came from West Africa and the Caribbean. So yeah, West and South and Central, like Angola. Yeah, all up the coast, all up that coast. But anyway, that's another video for another time. So yeah, with that being said, that was day 3.
That was day 3, guys.
All right. So yeah, we'll be back tomorrow night to keep y'all updated. Daily vlog number 3. All right then.
That'll be number 4 tomorrow.
Yeah, 4 tomorrow. All right. And last words.
Get free and stay free.
Stay decent, folks. Bye.
Good night.